Morning. It's very bright and sunny today, isn't it?
Jesus, it is, isn't it?
Nice. Be time to break out the 70 sunglasses.
Oh, God.
So cool. So, what would you like to do today?
Right. I think I'm alright with manoeuvres.
Okay.
Possibly do them closer to time.
Okay. Well, we have mock test on Monday.
Right.
So do you want to have a go at one of each, or are you happy to leave them?
Yeah, we'll do a few then.
Okay.
Like reverse park.
Okay.
Turn it road and all
Okay.
different kind of.
Well, I mean, we've got a bit of time. We could do one of each of them if you wanted, or not if you don't. That's right. Perfectly acceptable.
Just general driving.
Okay.
As well.
Well, what we'll do is we'll just have a little trundle about and see what we've got then. How does that sound? And work on whatever we think we need to work on. So you've had a little bash of this car last time.
Yes.
And I'm put that little section of video up because it's only like about a minute and a half.
Right.
Make yourself comfy and we'll be off. See what the day throws at us. Obviously this one's a little bit more like the one you've practiced in with your dad. So it's power levels and such. It's not better, it's not worse, it's just different.
Got my belt on, go on, Claire, at me alright. Oh, it's so different.
So if we headed out...
Just reverse a little bit.
You can if you like. It's Ferry Bridge Way. That sound like a plan?
Yeah. It's more stiff in it with gears, you know what you
It's
were
much
in.
firmer, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sports engine and gearbox in this one, so everything's tight, firm.
It's different, isn't it?
It is. Well, it responds quicker because it has a more powerful engine. So should we go down the Cobbler way? So figured if we sort of headed out towards Ferry Bridge, we could go up the dual carriageway, back down, back in, up through town, and then fit some manoeuvres in between and see how you feel.
Just tell me where to go.
Okay.
Enough time. I'd have failed then. I'm hesitant.
No, he's travelling slow now, but when you first got your eye on him, how quick was he going?
You're going quicker.
He was.
It's different, isn't
But all he can do is make the decisions based on what you've got in front of you at any one time.
Bob. Smile done. Checked it out.
It's alright. We won't smack your hands for that.
At least I know now.
All we're looking for on Monday for the mock test is just do what you do. Just show them your best stuff. It's more than good enough. So we go left at the end of the road. Once you're on the new road, go there, go right at the roundabout.
told after being in first still.
No? How does the car feel?
Feels alright.
Feels okay this side too. So it's a case there of really just trust yourself.
You just have to touch it, don't you, and it goes.
Yes, very responsive this engine. Which is why I like it. Really fun car to drive. I suppose if you get into that frame of mind where you think, should I, shouldn't I, you can always change it, and then if you decide, oh, maybe I shouldn't have, you can always go back. So at the end of the road, we'll take the road to the right, please.
Do it, that van.
Well, makes sense. If you've got no view and you can't really creep forward because we're at the line, so you've done the right thing. You made the best of a bad job. And again, you were right there, because he looked like he was going to let you out, then he changed his mind, didn't he? So by staying behind the line, you're not involved. Signs towards Ferry Bridge, please.
Dual carriageway.
That's the one. you, doesn't it? And we'll follow the road around to the left this time. At the end of the road, take the road to the right, please. Nope. That was your first opportunity, really, wasn't it? It's very easy to start feeling anxious when you've been sat a long time, though.
Yeah.
Positioning said everything you needed to say. Could have signalled, but I think you made it clear to those around you what you were doing.
So in my test, would I should have signalled?
No, fine. Next road on the right, please. End of the road, we'll go left. And once you're on the new road, take the first road to the left.
Oh, my line. That's all.
Oh, I think it's, well, look how much you left you. So,
God, get off.
it was a good call.
I'm too jerky in this car.
Nope.
Really?
Yep. We'll stop just after this parked car on the left, but before the turning on the left one another.
Reverse a little bit.
Well, what we'll do is we'll reverse it in a second. We'll reverse into that corner there, but make it safe and relax for a second.
It's really sensitive, that, isn't it?
Yes, it's like me. I'm really sensitive. So, how was that?
It's just getting used to the new car, but I think it's been alright considering
Yeah. It just behaves in a different way to the other car, but you're still starting to get a sense of what it wants, don't you? Because it kind of tells you. You asked me the question before about was it a bit jerky. What makes you think that? Or do you think it was jerky?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't feel jerky.
Does it now?
Mm.
Just me.
What's the diff? What are you sensing? What are you noticing about it?
Just you only have to touch it. You know
Just
what
the
I
car
mean?
responds very quickly, and it's the difference between, this is a sports model, so it's got the more powerful engine and everything responds. The suspension's firmer, the steering's tighter, the gearbox is closer, so everything you do gets transmitted immediately. Whereas the other car with a smaller, less powerful engine, brilliant around town, but it's, I suppose you could describe it as maybe a bit squidgier. It doesn't react instantly the way that this one does. You probably noticed the difference as you came on the dual carriageway. When you put your foot down, it just went bang, and we're off.
Yeah.
So it's quite good in that regard. But it feels okay.
Can I make all right observations and everything?
Well, the couple of times you've asked me, like at junctions, the one particularly at the Cobbler where we were there a good while, and then again at Ferrybridge we were there a good while. Were you there the right length of time, do you think? Could you have gone earlier?
They want an opportunity for me to go safely.
Yeah. So you've done the right thing by waiting. At the Cobbler, just when it looked like you were going to be able to go, the guy with the blue van blocks your view. What can you do about that?
Can't go.
Can you take a chance?
No.
Of course you can't. But a word about test. I mean, the mock test on Monday, and then the real test when it comes. The key thing, like you asked me the question about the signal there, should I have signal on test? I knew what you were doing. The car behind you, what you were doing. Anybody coming the other way would see, because what you did. Well, tell me what you did as you came up to the JCB.
Moved out of the way. Positioned myself on the other side of the road, knowing that I'm going round it.
Took your position early, so the body language of the car told everybody what you were up to. The signal might reinforce it.
This is quite sensitive, this.
If
really?
I tend to use it like this, just with one finger,
Right.
and give it a. It's not like the Corsa one where it's a little. It clicks into position, so just make sure you.
Right. So now, just go like that.
Yeah, till it clicks.
Click it. Right.
And then it's a definite. Whereas I'm not a fan of the Vauxhall one. I mean, it's handy because you can just tap it and it flashes 3 times. But I prefer this type where click, it's on, and I know it's on.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to drive past this turning and stop, and then reverse back in, keeping a reasonable distance from the curb, and carry on up the road until I ask you to stop. Drive on when you're ready.
See what he's doing first.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing with you.
Oh, it's sunny today, isn't it?
It is. It's lovely.
I just want to see what that man's doing with
Okay.
his dog.
Now, Monday, the mock test and the real test, if you do something unusual, just explain to him what you're doing, like you just do for me. Well, I'm going to wait and see what he's doing. Then he knows.
I think he's alright, and he's not moving over the road, and he's seeing me. He knows what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm going slow enough to stop. I'm not going to run that dog over, it's cute. Sorry if I'm going too slow.
You can never go too slow. Not on manoeuvres.
I feel like I'm on curb, but I don't think I am I?
What do you reckon?
I don't think so.
What?
Too far away, am I?
No. No. Tell me how you could do that better then.
Well, I did go it a little bit wider than last time, so I had more. I don't think it can really get any better. I'm sorry.
No, it can't.
I've never said that.
No, that's great. You're under control, you've taken the right observation, and you're accurate. You've taken account of what was around you. See waste like that. You've done the right thing because you thought, well, what's he doing? I mean, why was he stood there? I think he was just whiling away the time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So you've done the right thing by saying, okay, I've seen him, I'm aware of him, I'm going to go, but I'm travelling slow enough to stop. Why wouldn't you just say that to the examiner? Then he knows where you're at. They're very good at picking stuff up as well, you know, examiners. Like that positioning with the JCB. I knew what you were doing. He'll know what you're doing as well. You hear all sorts of stories about, you should move your head to check the mirror. Your actions tell me what you're doing. And examiners are smart guys. They've all been instructors as well. So he knows what you're doing and he knows what you're about. But if it's anything unusual, so don't... Everybody's going to start offering you all sorts of advice.
I do sometimes say that, don't I? Like, that's the reason why I did that, Bob.
Well, that's fine. It's fine. I can tell, but sometimes it's just nice. You just think, oh, right, okay. Because the situation where you stopped and waited for him, that could have quite as easily just been that at that moment you'd gone, I don't want to do it anymore. But you've expended me on that. So I'm looking and thinking, okay, is it because of the guy? I think it is. You then tell me. We'll take the road to the left. And at the end of the road, we'll turn right. So again, it's always remembering that this is an exercise.
Yeah.
It's not. You don't have to park up dead tight. So he's just stood about again. Like he's just whiling away the time. So we go right at the end of the road, please. Once you're on the new road, find a convenient place to pull over on the right.
Oh, I'm over the line now, aren't I? There's no marking.
There is no line, is there?
Getting used to this car now. Setting off.
It doesn't take long to get used to a new car. Turn the vehicle to face the other direction using forward and reverse gears. Try not to touch the curbs.
Okay. Got ages yet, Anna.
It's a bit of a cheat, the little beepers, isn't it? 3 foot away it starts beeping. Yeah. I find that they tend to make me quite lazy. And you don't necessarily always take the right observations because you know it's there. But if it stopped working one day, you might end up hitting something. So how was that?
Not bad. I think it were alright.
What could you have done better? Okay. So that lets me measure what all right means.
I know, I always say.
We'll take the next road on the left, and there's a car parked on the left just as we get on the new road. If we pull up behind him and then reverse park in behind him. Okay. Very good. Control, observation and accuracy. That's all we're looking for.
Click. On.
We'll use the second one because they're just about to pull away, so we just want to pull straight up alongside and reverse in. Xander will stop you before it.
This one?
Yeah. I had planned on using the first one, but they're going to drive away with it.
Alright, position where?
You tell me.
Clearly, you don't use your brake, just use your clutch. Shouldn't get too close. Go. Why you end up close? Is it?
Do what you think's right. You don't look happy with it.
It's just no, I'm a bit closer to curb.
You could, but do you need to be? If you were parking it up to leave it overnight, you might think about taking it in as close as him.
Yeah.
But to just for a reverse park exercise to move away again, that's, you know, that's close. How far away from the curb are you there, do you reckon?
But no, maybe a foot.
Yeah, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Could you have done it any better?
No, not really. Just maybe get closer, but
Yeah. It's by leaving yourself the amount of room that you have, you've left yourself a margin for error. But not that it would matter if it wasn't going the way you wanted, you'd just sort it out, wouldn't you? So you've done the right thing, you haven't asked, you've just sorted it out, which is great. Shortly I'll ask you to move off. Somewhere along this road I'll give you the signal for the emergency stop, which will be stop. I'd like you to stop immediately and under full control as though it was an emergency. Say for example a kid running in front of you. Drive on when you're ready.
I'm just going to reverse because I don't want to be
Okay.
like that. I don't want to know what to do, doggy.
Stop.
Wow, I can feel that ABS.
Thank you. I won't ask you to do that again. Drive on when you're ready.
God, I felt that.
Yeah, there's no mistaking when this one kicks in. Now we'll find a convenient place to pull over on the left. How was that? Did we stop promptly?
Yes,
Under control?
yes.
Okay. Anything you would do different if you did it again?
Maybe more observations, I don't know.
What sort of observation? So you check your blind spot.
Did I what?
You check your blind spot that time.
What, when I was moving off?
Hmm.
Yeah, but when I was stopping, I didn't check the mirror.
Now,
Or did I? I can't remember.
this is a different kind of exercise, isn't it? It's an emergency situation, so you wouldn't probably check your mirror. You'd just hit the brake, wouldn't you?
Right.
And then take whatever was going to hit you by. But you shouldn't need to check your mirrors because you check them all the time. That's great. Stop. Right, you kept it under control. You felt the ABS kick in now.
Jesus
and
Christ,
there's no mistake in it because you really feel, because the pedals are metal, you feel it. The only thing I would add is maybe check this side before you move away. In a real life situation, this is where people are going to come running from. I know it's not a real life situation, but I think it also helps as well because when you've done an emergency stop, you can probably feel your heart rate's picked up a little because it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
So it just gives you a second for that to calm down. Just take your time, take a breath, have a look around, off you go. So how was all of that? Let's reverse, turn on the road, parallel park, emergency stop. Drive on when you're ready.
Spot on.
Yeah. What's this business?
What?
Yes.
Nearly. I'm a bit warm in here, can we start?
Of course we can, of course we can. Just turn it down. Well, make yourself familiar with where they are actually. There's a different place in here.
Oh, yeah.
We'll set the temperature before you go.
So where's your lights and everything? It's still here. Oh,
Yeah, yes. They're in the same place. At the end of this road, we'll take the road to the right, please.
You would always stop here, wouldn't you, because they fly off of there?
I wouldn't necessarily stop, but I think you're right to take a bit more care. Because you're quite right, they do come down here quick.
Well, they're just coming off a thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
So.
Nice. And at the end of the road, we'll take the road to the right, please, and head on up towards Hilltop.
I wouldn't like to go yet with that bus.
Nope. Good call. And you were right. There was somebody hidden behind them. Chance to go proactive defensive there, did they?
No. I would have it going so enough anyway. Can we fit? I think we can. They give me a choice anyway.
We can, but you've done the right thing by going through at a speed that's slow enough so you can stop no matter what happens. There's not a lot you can do if you're bullied out the way. We'll take the next road on the right, please, and take the traffic lights. So it's perfectly okay to go through where the gap's narrowed like that, as long as you adjust your speed so that it matches, which you did.
This is where it gets complicated, bloody so.
Do you want the 70 sunglasses?
No, I've never drove with sunglasses on. I don't want to. Anything to. I'm just rolling down here now.
As well as having more power for driving, it actually gives you a little bit more engine braking as well than the other one does. It's not better, it's just different.
It is better.
Well, I like it because I love the fact that it's everything you do is transmitted to the car and you get a real feel for it. You feel everything that's happening. Past the bus station. out if they get out of the way.
Yeah, he was slow, wasn't he?
try it and see how it feels. What do you reckon?
I feel a bit better. More in control.
Okay. And you were right. Right in the traffic lights, please. The reality is it'll do it in either gear.
Right.
How does it feel in third?
Better.
Okay.
Maybe I can take this corner on third. If I'd waited there, would I have been classed as hesitating because he was slowing down?
You could have gone either way there.
So it didn't matter.
No. If you'd stopped there, would you have thought yourself as hesitant? He was kind of coming in. You had enough room to go around. You didn't make him change direction or speed. So it's one of those ones that's on the border. I think the way you did it was fine. I think go with your gut feeling. You're going to be right.
You looked like you were going to walk out then, didn't you?
He's looking like he was edging towards it. In fact, he did. As soon as you went past, he went there. We'll take the next road on the left, please.
As I'm coming round the corner, I can brake, can't I?
Well, you've got your foot over the brake. You're not actually braking in. You've done all your braking on the road in. So I would naturally, in that situation, just do what you did. It's very easy for me to say, but just trust yourself. You ever think about it? You know, the last few times, well, not the last few days, but I reckon the last 100 times. When you've asked me something and I've said, we'll try it. Well, you're
I've been
right.
right, yeah.
So you've got a feel for what needs to happen. At the end of the road, take the road to the left, please.
Didn't want to confuse anybody by indicating it there, thinking that I might go turn in there.
Cool.
No, there was no one behind me, but
At the end of the road, take the road to the left, please.
I did that. I had nearly a view of that. Could have. Oh no, I'm gonna stop. I don't know how long these lights are. Do you?
You might get a guide from the other traffic, perhaps. A situation like this and there's no instruction, just keep going straight ahead. You'll say to you at the start, follow the road ahead unless I tell you otherwise.
So we're moving then. Could have gone in second instead of first.
Possibly. But was there anything wrong with the way you did it? Do you think?
Stopping here.
Good. I like that you kept yourself out of danger there in case the lights had changed. Good stuff.
Jerkiness, because I let go of clutch too quick.
Yeah.
It won't fail for that, will I?
No. What's your experience of being in the car with existing drivers? Are they smooth all the time?
No.
We'll take the second road on the left. This one's the first. Decide just not to give you an instruction. a bit more
Oh my
low down
God.
grunt.
I can still stay in second.
Yeah, try second again. See how it feels. Touchdown. That's fourth.
Oh my god. As if it didn't start.
You've got to work real hard to stall this car. So as you can see, second will take you really slow.
Pointing him off because I'm an idiot.
That's alright. Oh, no, we have stopped. You need to turn this one off and back on.
Sorry.
And off you go when you're ready. And follow the road again.
God.
We said, got to work hard to stall it, and then it stopped on its own. So second will take you really quite slow in this car. Don't worry about the low bit, but we're just experimenting with stuff. When we get to the roundabout, we'll take the road to the left, please.
It is so not enough room for 3 cars, is there? I'm sorry, Bob.
What might you have been able to do different there?
Slow down.
Yeah, let them get out of the way. Don't get involved. There was enough room, but just... Good call. And we'll go left of the roundabout. Next road on the left, please. At the end of the road, take the road to the left, please. At the end of this road, take the road to the left, please. Again, next road on the left, please. And then once you're on the new road, find a convenient place to pull over.
Oh, I spotted him as well.
and relax. Okay, so how do we feel?
I'm annoyed that I've stalled this car.
Well, don't forget, we were messing around with stuff, experiment with gears, so you're not going to be doing that when it comes to it. So that's neither here nor there. And it didn't stall. It wasn't until we guess I'm not sure what that was, but we came to a stop, and then it stopped because it was still running,
Right.
which is a bit odd, but never mind. So we're just experimenting just to see that you can actually use second at probably a lower speed than you can do in the other one,
Right.
because the engine's got that bit more grunt. But
I didn't want to stop down there.
well, that's fine. I asked you to choose the place to stop, and you've chosen the place to stop, which is where you've stopped. Is it safe, legal, and convenient? There you go. If he asks you to stop and he thinks, well, I wanted you to stop before now, he's probably going to say, pull up behind this car. He'll tell you. So how do you think all your decision making's been today? Made a lot of decisions with a lot of things. What do you think?
I think it's been alright. I think it's been good.
I was going to say, is there anything that he's going to ask you to do that you can't do? Or that you can't replicate?
No.
I don't think so either. The stall, well, forget that. That's one of them things. And even if that happened, what did you do following the stall?
Made it safe. Got out of clutch and started again. It went off.
I mean, I had to remind you, because this one's different. You've got to turn it off and turn it back on. But you were safe, and that's the most important consideration, that you're safe, that you're not adversely affecting on the road. You said sorry to the guy. He wasn't bothered, if you noticed. He was sitting quite patiently, because he remembers when it's happened to him. What do you want to do? What do you want to work on? Out and out? We haven't done a Bay Park, but I think that's probably the thing you're strongest at.
Quite good at Bay Parking. So we've been everywhere, haven't we?
We have. We've done dual carriageway, we've done town centre, we've done the quieter sort of roads, we've done all the manoeuvres, we've done stop junctions, give way junctions. I've done the standard things where I've said you take the second road on the left, where if you'd signalled early it would have been right dodgy, and you didn't. So I suppose that's naughty me. That was me deliberately trying to trip you up there.
What?
I'm only kidding, I wasn't really. You know, we come past Churchill House at the end of...
Oh yeah.
And I said take the second road to the left. It's difficult to time your signal properly there, isn't it? Because you haven't got much room after the first junction. So the tendency is to want to signal early, but you didn't. So I don't even know why I've mentioned it.
You don't want to confuse any other drivers.
That's right, yeah. So the only area where you got yourself was when we're meeting the other traffic, and you got there at the same time as them, which allows them to mess it up for you. Where the second time we did it, you waited, which is great. Yeah. And that's the best plan. Don't get involved with another road user, because we can't trust them.
No.
You know.
Well, our good driver's just on a bad day.
That's it. That's what we have to tell ourselves anyway. That's something on test.
Is it?
Yeah. Because that's not Chris in the passenger seat. So. So these are the sort of areas that you're going to be playing on, so you're familiar with it. I don't say anything that's going to cause us concern. I think you just trust your own judgment and go for it, and you'll be fine. That's what I reckon.
I think last time, all them stalls just got me.
Well, it can do. It can. It's very difficult to remove from your mind that, oh, I've made a mistake. We always just remember, nobody died.
No one died.
Nobody cried yet.
I think I've had a really good lesson today.
It'd be very easy to say, oh, it must be the change in the car. I think it's more to do with you're beginning to trust yourself, that you do know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and if you replay, or even if you look back at all the videos, every time you've asked me a question, I've said to you, well, what do you think? You've got it right every time, so you do know what you're doing. That's
the whole way of this new learning, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, what we're trying to do is, and we're not experts in it yet by any means. What we're trying to do is to get you to learn in the way that you learn naturally, which is by experiencing things and then thinking, okay, how was it? What might I do different next time? And it's trying to get away from that. What we're looking to learn to take it to the next level now, which is removing any judgment about it. It's not right and it's not wrong. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
What would you do different next time? Because if you get into like, oh, that was a mistake, or oh, I did that well, or then the next time you think, oh, I didn't do that very well. It's very easy to get your mind into a crazy place. Whereas you just think it's like on test or any sort of assessment. If you've made a mistake, the most important thing you do is that you leave it behind.
Yeah.
Because if you take it forward, there's nothing you can do about it. It's gone.
Yeah.
If you continually think about it, whoops, steady little fella. If you continually think about it, you're liable to make another mistake, and then another. It's just a case of thinking, all right, that didn't go the way I want to do. What I'm going to do now is, next time I get the opportunity, I'm going to show them that I do know what I need to do here. I think you're in good shape.
Thank you.
Monday.
This is my last lesson before I'm 21.
All right.
No.
That's a good birthday present. The great birthday present will be when you get your full license.
I know it would.
So the test on Monday is a mock test. Obviously somebody you've never met before is going to get in with a high-vis jacket and the clipboard. And he'll just give you the route directions the way that I've given it, and then we'll just all sit down and have a chat at the end. See what we got.
So we are not going to be in the car.
Well, that's up to you.
Right. I just think I'd rather have you in it. So
Okay.
then you can...
Or for this one, on the real test, it's nice to be there because I'm there for the debrief. On this one, I'll be sitting down with the instructor afterwards and we'll be going through it in great detail, and we'll have the video running. So.
Oh, wow, yeah, we'll have video, won't we? Yeah, so
On
I'm
the
not
real
too
test
bothered
we will.
about you being there.
But I mean, the call is yours. So we'll start and finish at the office, and then.
Is that what they do?
We'll be at the test centre, yeah. But we'll start and finish at the same place there. But then it means we can sit down afterwards and then we can maybe have a chat about how did it feel, what was good, what did you like, what did you not like. If there's things that haven't gone the way that you wanted, what could we do to help you next time we go through that situation?
Yeah.
And put strategies in place. But I don't have any concerns at all. So, is there anything you want to work on?
No, I don't think.
Well,
Anything I've had said before, like when I was trying to do my lesson companions, it's all just more practice. There's nothing I haven't learnt now. I've learnt everything I need to know.
You can do it when you're a driver now.
I'm a driver.
You can cope with whatever comes your way. I think the key thing now is to not let anything anybody says to you, including me, cloud your judgment. Trust yourself. You know what you're doing.
I do doubt myself a lot, I know I do.
Well, we all do, to one extent or another. But if you ever think about it and you have a look and you properly analyse, what you've done, you've got the videos to look back on. You know what you're doing. I trust you. I'm letting you drive my car.
Did I scrape the wheel?
No.
Oh,
It's when we're on that road down there. No, it's you see where the joint is in the tire here.
Yeah.
If you were going to scrape the wheel, I'd have done that. I want my wheel scraped. No, we just touched it, and the curb's low.
Right.
So you just touched it. If the curb had been this high, and you were in Deidre hitting it, I'd have moved you out the way. No, it's fine. But it's if we just held back there like you did the second time, it wouldn't have been an issue for you. But it's very easy to let somebody else bully you out.
A lot of people say on YouTube as well, I don't wear my seatbelt right.
I thought, no, you're okay. It's when you put it underneath.
No,
on
I've
the
just had it
manoeuvre.
underneath.
It's difficult for me to tell you because you got the hood in the way. Smacked hands. So something to think about once
Every
you've done
time
the
I've
manoeuvre.
done a manoeuvre, sort my seatbelt out.
Smack my hands for not noticing.
That is,
But you can't tell from here
No.
because I still see the belt here and I still see the belt that's it.
You only notice it when you're on camera. Like, oh yeah.
When some smart Alec points it out. Home James, as they say.
Right, what's up with the car?
You tell me.
I don't know. Go on. Shove it off. What were up the car then?
What do you reckon?
I have no idea.
Your right foot was on the brake.
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh, just
But your
was
clutch,
saying,
your
just when
clutch
we were-
control is so good.
Didn't start.
No. So that's what you get for. See, I've bigged you up.
I can't
And
believe
jinxed it.
that. That's crazy. Didn't have to brake then. Just the clutch then.
Well, you use the momentum to carry you through, and then use your good clutch control to balance it and then move, which is good.
How come? I can't believe I did that. Just we were just saying how I'm a driver. I'm so good.
Well, somebody who wasn't a driver would have stalled the car there.
Really?
If you were able to put somebody who you knew who was a driver in a pressurised situation,
I just bullied him into stopping on her.
proactive, defensive. There wasn't really anywhere for you to go once you're in the gap. But if you're able to put somebody who you know who's a driver under this sort of pressure, you're under there, and get them to do what you can do with the clutch control.
Oh, you are kidding.
Love it.
Do it!
So it is just a mistake. You're not measured by the mistake, but what you do with it.
I can edit that bit out. I didn't mean to swear. Can you tell me why I started then?
What do you think? What do you think caused it?
I don't know. Maybe I just come off at clutch too quick.
Just the tiniest amount, yeah.
That's really annoyed me now.
So how much do you think the previous stall, you know, the foot on the thing, how much was that affecting you there, do you think?
What? Because I stalled?
Because were you still annoyed with yourself from the time before?
Yeah, I'm always annoyed with myself when I stall. I sorted it out. I'm not
Of course you did.
Being sent up about it.
Yep. And that's, if you stall, first thing the examiner's going to do is look at you and think, right, what are you going to do? Let's see what happens here. And if you do what you did and sort it out, it's not an issue. If you stall all the time, it's an issue because you haven't got the control skills. But
Yeah.
you think about the drivers you sit in the car with a lot. Do they stall? Well done. You were ready for him because he wasn't looking, was he? Also remember, we have 15 minors to play with.
Yep.
So you're not expected to be perfect. It's good.
She knew what she was doing.
Well, yeah, well, you worked out what was happening, didn't you? And sorted it out, which is great.
What are you doing? of miles away.
Yeah, they're quite sensitive. How's that?
Whew, it's warm.
There's that sun's bright and there's some heat in it, isn't it? In that glass. So, got a good skill set together. Everything's working the way you need it to be working. You know, okay, a couple of stalls at the end, but you've sorted it out. You've done what was necessary. You've never put yourself in a position where you've not been safe. I think all goes well. We'll see what we get on Monday, and then we'll have a final sort of plan of action together then, following that. You know, you decide what you want to work on, if anything. I think
Do you know this is first time? Because I have just sorted those stalls out. I'm fine. I know I can sort them out now. This is first time when I can say I don't think there's anything I need to improve on. I just need more practice.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Because to before, it wasn't even, it was like, what, a week ago, maybe 2, I was like, oh, uphill starting, you know, uphill.
So there's only you
Sometimes.
can really tell that, because it's what's happening inside, isn't it? It's all right. I mean, I've got faith in you, and you know, as far as I'm concerned, you're a driver, and you've got the right skill set. And I spotted it very early on that you've got a real feel for the car, but it's no good me feeling that.
Yeah.
It's you that needs to feel that, isn't
Needs
it?
to be me.
And it's good news that you're starting to feel that way, which is great. It's, you know, trust yourself. Got a test on Monday, which is it's a real test, really. Somebody you've never met before, and they come in with a clipboard and give you the directions, and you get a result at the end of it.
It might be different when I'm 21.
Yeah, yay! When you're a grown-up. I'm away this weekend. I'm in Butlins, of all places. Butlins and Skegness.
I'm going to ask if you want to come to my party.
Oh no! Damn! Rats! I'm away for it. There's a band contest that I'm playing at. I'm not looking forward to it really. Skegness.
You'll be fine.
I'll be alright. I'll drink enough beer to keep me okay. So scheduled for 12. I'll pick you up at 11:30.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Brilliant. Well, I'll see you on Monday.
See you on Monday. I'll be a whole year older.
Yay! And deeper in debt.
Yeah.
That's how the song goes, isn't it?
Do you